Hi everyone, today we're going to take a look at this NXLED LED dimmable bulb. Now, unlike other bulbs where you need a dimmer in your wall to dim the bulb, this one works by every time you turn it on and off, it dims to a different rate. So it's a 5-watt bulb. They do have higher wattages, but I just got the small one because this is for a side lamp. So you can see on the back here, it's got 100%, 50%, 25% and then 12%. So every time you turn it on, it's going to adjust its brightness. Now, it's a little bit pricey at 200 peso for 5 watts, but it's pretty cool, and it means you don't have to adjust any of your existing wiring or install a dimmer. You can just use your existing switch or even use this in a table lamp or anything like that. So let's take a look at the bulb. Now, in normal circumstances, this would go straight into your ceiling or your table lamp, but for the sake of demonstration, I'm just going to use this portable light socket here so that I can turn it on and off easily for you to be able to see how it works. And I've got my watt meter here, which will allow us to measure how much power is actually being consumed at each mode. So I've now swapped to a manual exposure, so every time I turn this on and off, you should be able to see the difference in the dimming. So let's turn it on to its full brightness, and we'll just wait for the watt meter to average out the power consumption. So I'll just point this away so we can read this. It's around 4.4 watts and it's meant to be a 5-watt bulb. So give or take, that's okay, I guess. I would like to see that a little bit closer to 5 watts, but it's okay. So if we turn it off, let's imagine you turned it off at the wall and then you turned it back on. That's now going to be at 50% brightness. So you can see now, let's let the watt meter catch up. If I point this away, that's measuring around 2.3 watts. And then if we turn it off and then turn it back on, that's now 25%, and you can see it's reading around 1 watt, 1.2 watts. And if we turn it off and then turn it on again, that's now on its lowest setting, which is 12%. You can see it is much dimmer, and it's now consuming around 0.6, 0.7 watts. So it's very useful when you're not able to install a dimmer in the wall, or you just don't want to do any rewiring, or it's just not practical. It's much easier to buy a bulb where every time you turn it off and on, it swaps the brightness level. Of course, some people might find that annoying, because let's say you go into your room, you might turn on the light and then next time you come in it's going to be dimmer, so you might have to sit there at the wall going like this for a few seconds before you find the brightness that you like. So, you know, pros and cons, but personally I like it. I think it's pretty cool. So I hope you enjoyed the video. They also do another type of bulb where instead of dimming, every time you turn it on, it changes from cold white to warm white, and I think it has one other mode. So if sometimes you want, say, cold light for concentration, studying, that kind of thing, you just turn it on to that. And then if you want to swap to a warm white, for instance, in an evening when you want to relax, you just turn it off, turn it on, and it swaps. So I'll probably do a review of that one as well if anyone's interested.